Hello and welcome to Gaia GPS. This is where we come and pull cards for the Astro shifts ahead. I am Mimi and I'm here with Nicole Oman.
Hi.
Who's unfortunately not here with me in person anymore. I'm really sad about that.
Me too. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, but hopefully it'll lead to more togetherness in the future. So we're kicking off this week with really big energy. And I want to mention we're starting by talking about the full moon in Sagittarius that's happening early tomorrow morning, early Monday morning at 4:02 a.m. Pacific time, the second full moon in Sagittarius for this month. But we talked about it last week, so you can go and get some of that information in from last week, because I'm not going to go quite as in depth with this reading as we did with the last one. But I got some interesting cards to kick off this week, and I'm starting with By the Book in reverse because it goes really well with these other cards. I pulled Sarasvati and Flowering and Success even in reverse. And what I'm getting from this with this moon is get unconventional. By the Book in reverse is saying, hey, trust your intuition through the darkness, through this unknown. You don't have to do the things the way that you've always done them to find your success, to move into your flowering. The Success card in reverse to me is saying not that you're not going to reach the point of success, but I don't think your path to success is going to be the path that you thought it was going to be. It's not going to be the take your mother or father's elephant tail and follow them through the jungle. This is like, you've got to make your own path. You've got to be creative with this energy. Sagittarius can be a little bit rebellious, a little bit fiery. So with this full moon, there's that saying with Einstein, if you want things to change, if you don't want them to turn out the way they've always turned out, you've got to do things a little bit different. You can't solve problems with the same consciousness that created the problems. So we're taking a shift. We're getting creative with this full moon energy. We're not following the path that once was. The other card that I have with this too is exhaustion. And I know for me, I've been really tired this week, and although I know I was recovering from stuff, I've heard from a lot of people that they've been exhausted. And I think that's one of the energies that we need to start listening to in our life when our body's like, I'm tired, I need a break. A lot of times when we're tired, we are processing. Stuff is coming up within us. The full moon brings stuff up. So part of your success and part of your not doing it by the book may be about taking that step back, easing back from the energy and being like, okay, I don't have to do right now. I can be at ease and know that I'm still going to reach my success point. But first, I've got to process what's coming up. Nicole?
Yeah, what, I've got a similar reading, and this is what I'm going to start with a palala, okay, from the Dragon Oracle of the Dragon Fae, and this says, you are a peaceful being. But when I read I actually kind of want to read it to you, just because it says exactly how I feel about what's going on the planet right now, and maybe even our lives. You're a peaceful being bringing more peace into your life. You may be wishing for more peace and conflict on a personal or global scale to be done with, but do not put your energy into fighting wars. Instead, create peaceful moments wherever possible. This doesn't mean you need to be weak or passive, but instead choose to draw incredible strength and do not waver from your choice to bring in more peace. So what I like to say about that, if everything that's going on the planet right now, it's easy to get angry, it's easy to get frustrated, it's easy to get fearful. But instead, just like Mimi said, is that we do not create solution from the consciousness that it was created. And the people or the energies that are coming through people right now, and we'll say that, right, is to create chaos and conflict. But you always have a choice in every moment to choose to buy into the fear, the frustration, the struggle, and the separation, or you can buy into being more peaceful and coming at it from that creative solution, so you can show up differently and show others that that is an option. And I see that being the full moon master lesson this time around. I have the laziness card, but what I see in this laziness card is take a passive role. Sit back, don't get angry. If things need to change, allow them to change from the inside out. Allow things to shatter from the inside and see what's behind that. I also have this trust card. So there's no need, if you've already taken the leap or you've already committed to those peaceful ideas, then trust what comes behind it. If you're standing up for yourself, trust that everything is working out the way it should. Now there's a rebirth that's going to come with that. It's a good rebirth. But we have to make sure we're connected to source, because I also have this friendliness card in reverse and projections card. So things might not look like they're stable at the moment, but really, as things like come up and they're meant to be dealt with, there is peace underneath all that may show up for you in this full moon. But don't be reactive. Sit in the feeling of trust. Don't go back in those old patterns. Sit and allow the things to be shooken up around you, because there might be a hurricane outside, but you are in this safe, protected bunker that you, if you choose to have peace within, won't be shaken. Yeah, that's really good.
I love that. And I think that goes really well. So we have the full moon in Sagittarius, 29 degrees, and not even an hour later, I mean, actually probably just about not even an hour later, almost at 5 a.m., the moon's shifting into Capricorn to take us into the energy of Sun shifting into Cancer and the solstice. So the moon in Capricorn, I pulled some really interesting cards, but I'm going to start with the wisdom of the oracle. I pulled the yin card, which is a card of receptivity. And you know, Capricorn is kind of an energy that's like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go do all the things. I pulled the yin card. I pulled the participation card in reverse. And I pulled the letting go card, as well as mind in reverse and ordinariness. So I got some really interesting cards that are, again, saying, like, don't fall into these old patterns. Stay receptive. This is, takes us beyond this full moon. Stay receptive. And what I ultimately get is the Arctura blossoming card, which is you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. But the message remains the same. Good things are coming. What are the gifts in being receptive instead of thinking that you've got to, like, do it? The participation card in reverse is like, you've got to participate, like, with yourself and the universe. Don't need to feed so much energy into all that's coming up around you. Be receptive to the energy that's wanting to come through you. I just dropped this card, but I got to show you this one too. I also pulled the Thunderbolt card. So as we shift, as the sun into Cancer and work through this full moon, there is some stuff that may come up that you need to still process in this energy. And that's why we're getting this energy of, like, be receptive. This isn't bad. It's coming up to be released. So you can be in a greater, like I said this in my horoscope, greater integrity with yourself. So don't be afraid of anything that needs to come. It's coming up to be released. It's coming up to let go. But you've got to just chillax, ride the waves through it, and not be so, like, Capricorn proactive, but be Capricorn receptive, which is like showing up for what is and letting it pass through you. Be the cup, be that empty vessel, so you can process this energy. Nicole?
I have to say, I have this same kind of energy in my cards. So I'll start with the Dragon Fae. I have the Lady Luna's magic synchronized with lunar time and energy. And so I think this full moon is going to start something big. And then I have the Patience card. And you look at the Patience card, and there's a full lunar cycle happening. So know that from this full moon to the next, and this is going to be in the summer solstice energy. So now we have this full moon happening on the summer solstice. This is a really big energy. This is a harvesting time. Summer is when things start growing and start taking form and taking shape. So I'm also getting that within this new moon in Cancer in 2 weeks, All of this energy is going to be very important, and to keep your intentions solid. Because whatever that you're going to intend, or whatever you're feeling around this new moon energy, I know we're going into the full moon, but in 2 weeks, I'll remind you in 2 weeks. But whatever you're feeling is going to harvest in, I'm seeing about 3 months time. So this is a very important time, okay? So keep your thoughts. You have to be patient, because the cards I have is, I have the creativity card in reverse, the success card in reverse, and the breakthrough card in reverse. Now, this doesn't mean this is not happening. These are all energies that are coming online at the moment, but aren't fully realized. They're not fully online yet. This is what's being gestated by this participation card in this lunar cycle. Pay attention to the lunar cycles, and also pay attention to your moon sign. If you don't know what your moon sign is, check it out. You can go on astro.com, put your information in there, check out what your moon sign is, because whatever you're going to be working with that energy as well. So whatever your dreams, whatever you want to create, this is coming online. It will be successful soon, but I give it about 3 months, and you'll have big breakthroughs on self-worth, self-esteem, and what has kept you unsuccessful in the past, and the fears of failure in the past. But you have to keep showing up, be patient with the process, because you're awakening to new abilities. You're awakening into new gifts within yourself, but they have to come online, and it's not gonna be like boom and they're here. It's gonna be like, you get one, and pay attention to the lunar cycles. That's what I get.
Wonderful. I like it.
It's a patient process.
It is. It's the patience process. And let me remind you, because I've been in the patience process, and my phrase is, waiting is erotic. And sometimes you just need that to, like, okay, a little bit longer of patience. Yeah, but that's funny. That timeline is funny based on predictions people have made for me in my life. So I'm like, curious.
Things like I feel like because that was all summer solstice. So I get that things will harvest in the fall, as they do, right? It's like we plant the pumpkins now, and then by the fall they're nice and big and plump, and then we can go pick them and have fun. And I feel like the big harvest will come in the fall, but we have to tend to that garden during the summer. This is when we're not harvesting it yet. We're tending to the farm. We're tending to the garden.
You're nurturing it, which our next part is the sun moving into Cancer, and that's like a time of nurturing. So it's so perfect. That's like the key thing of Cancer is, can you nurture this? You nurture this energy, take care of it like a baby. So are you finished? So we got Sun in Cancer. Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Sun in Cancer, nurturing. So the sun shifts into Cancer tomorrow as well, June 20th. The sun is shifting into Cancer at 3:34 p.m. Pacific time, and it heralds a time of nurturing. So everything that Nikki was saying about tending to your garden, tending to yourself. I've got some really interesting cards for Sun in Cancer. Sun in Cancer energy loves to feel secure, kind of like a little seed buried in the dirt, and it's like, I don't know, there's light out there, and like it's in my being to like reach out for the light, but I'm really happy in here in the warm, wet soil, in the womb energy. And I got change in the wind. We are reaching past that place in the soil for this change in the wind. And it's really interesting, the cards that I got with it. I got guilt in reverse. I got change in reverse, which is funny because the change in the wind, but I pulled new vision and abundance. And that's what I'm feeling like this energy is encouraging you to do. Sometimes when change comes up in our life, when things come up in our life to grow, there's that energy that's like, hold on to the guilt. Like, oh, I don't know. Am I worthy of doing this? I might have to leave my family behind. That's something that comes up for me. And this is saying, don't worry about the change. Instead, focus on your vision in this energy. And that, I think, is actually great energy for Cancer, because Cancer is about feeling. So if you can get into the good feeling of what it is that you want, taking aim. You know, during Sun in Cancer, we are going to have Mars finally going direct after this time of being retrograde, and we've been like honing the aim of our desire. So this during Sun in Cancer with this solstice energy is like, what is this vision that's wanting to come online for you? Don't get freaked out about the changes that it's going to make in your life. Don't get caught up in the emotion of guilt that these changes might take in your life. Get into the energy of the vision of it and the feeling of the vision. And I pulled the abundance card with it, you know, and recognizing that this vision, this feeling, as we've been shifting our soul energy, we've been aligning ourselves on the path that is right for ourselves, the path of abundance. And abundance isn't just financial. Abundance is like good things in your life. It's connection to spirit. It's connection to money. It's connection to good food. It's connection to love and good people in our lives. And so we're finding our way, finding this path with this new vision. So you've got to let go of the guilt and that fear of change and not think, I think it's not like, you know, not getting rid of it. Don't focus on that. Focus on that new vision because this change is coming. Like Nikki said, nurturing seeds, and then, you know, come the end of the summer, change is going to come. I keep hearing that song, that Sam Cooke song, a change is going to come. And with it, I pulled the peace card. So if, you know, any of these things that are coming up for you to change in your life are stressing you out or feeling that like, I'm going to hermit crab feeling that can come during Cancer when the feels become too much, call on the energy of Irene. Call on this energy of peace. And it says there's no need to worry. Everything's working out beautifully. And you see here, you know, like she's got the abundance, she's carrying a bag of food, and back is all this water, the feelings with these dolphins jumping up and through. So call on that peace energy as you align with your new vision through your feelings with the Sun in Cancer.
All right. Well, I'll piggyback on yours. My husband just came in, so hopefully he doesn't barge in. So if he does, I apologize. He doesn't know I'm up here recording, which I should probably get a sign for the door. So what I'm getting, and I get very similar to what Mimi said, I have this slowing down, the control card, and the morality card in reverse. And what I get with these energies is I feel like in the past, a lesson that you might have been learning is to slow down. And I think that was an excellent lesson. But what they're telling me now is things might start picking up a little bit, which is good. That might keep you moving forward. But what you were working on might have been control issues and thinking about what's right or wrong. What I'm getting with the right or wrong energy is you might second guess yourself. As you start to tend to those that abundant garden, you know, and really get what you're reaping what you're sowing, basically. And as you do this, it might be in relationship or career, you might finally start getting the things that you've been wanting. But then you start second guessing yourself. So be careful of the second guessing. That's what I keep getting. It's like careful of the second guessing yourself. Keep moving forward one thing at a time. And I have the only thing that's in direct is the harmony card. So it's a constant checking in within the heart and the mind. When we connect to our heart, we know we're in the right alignment, but we have to take our minds with us. That's this beautiful harmony of our heart and our mind. That's how we can flow around the self-doubt and the self-criticism of like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? I don't know. I've never been here before. I've never done this. So you might go into a new step of a relationship that you've never been before. Like, are we doing this right? Am I doing this right? Or going into your career or teaching something that you've always wanted to teach, but you don't know exactly if you're, doing the right thing. And I'm in this path right now. I feel like I'm moving from a teacher to a guide, and I don't want to mess anybody up. And once in a while, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to screw anybody up. And I have to go back into my heart and see if my mind and my heart is in alignment, and know even, making scary decisions and going off on my own and letting go of old mentors. I have to trust myself now. And that's what I'm getting for each one of you is it's okay to trust yourself. And with that, I have Morgan, take action, and Shen Guang, okay, be the light of the heart. And so what I'm getting is take action from your heart and remember who you are. Remember that you are filled with a light and that you're here for a purpose. So if you're feeling like it's time to step out on your own and do your own thing, you have to follow your heart and be careful of that mind wanting to control it or second guess yourself. But continue to take small action steps and from the guidance of your heart.
I love that. I think that's really good. Really true. And I really feel like it works with my next cards that I have as we have the moon shift into Aquarius on Wednesday afternoon. The moon will shift into Aquarius. And, you know, Aquarius is really tuned into vibration. So with moon shifting into Aquarius, we've got the feelings going on with Cancer, and then we've got these vibrations going on with Aquarius. And first card that I have from the Wisdom of the Oracle is Truth Be Told, and it's in reverse. And so with this card, what I'm feeling, you know, there's that saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, this may be saying, where are you not really being honest with yourself around this energy? Because what I have with this is Sekhmet, be strong. And I think this is asking us to be honest with ourselves. What vibrations are you putting out there? You may be like, oh, I don't know, I'm not attracting the kind of friends that I want. I don't have the spiritual community I want. You know, these are things that I go through all the time. And this is saying, hey, you've got to be honest with yourself. You may be putting out some of that lack mentality. You may be putting out a little bit of the, well, I don't really know if I belong, a little bit of the outsider thing. So start being honest, be strong, and be honest with yourself. Where is your vibration at? And is it in alignment with like the kind of people that you want to bring into your life? With that, if you can do that, I actually pulled the Fool card. So this could potentially, if you are strong enough, you know, to be honest with yourself where you're at, which there's no shame in being honest. Like, we've all got our stuff. We've all got our stuff. So there's no shame in that. There's no shame in your game. But if you can be strong and be like, okay, this is where I'm showing up, there's a potential for creating a new path. And I got this with the Slow Down card in reverse and the Aloneness in reverse. So if you can like get in there, it can be like zip, zoop, 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 straight into like new community, a new path for you. You know, not the slow down, not the aloneness energy. But first you gotta tune into you. Where's my vibration at? Nicole?
I have almost the exact same cards, and I got my husband just peeked in, and apparently we have Father's Day dinner, and we got to leave in like 5 minutes. So this might be my last one, but that's okay. We have one after, so maybe we'll just finish it up for us. And I'm going to piggyback exactly what you said. I mean, that's what I'm getting. I have the Master card, and I have this Celebration card. But I see these women coming together in a new way. They're celebrating. They're in harmony. And things might not be perfect. It's raining, but they're making the best of a bad situation. And this Master card is saying, you know, like it is feeling into you, but it's also Master to me feels like you're protected. And that to trust this new community in a new way. Maybe you've been betrayed by women in your past. Look, I know I have, and I've felt victimized by that. But if you allow yourself to be to trust this new level that you're at, you might find the right women or the right community to create the things that you really want to create in your life. But again, I have this control in reverse, and I also have the guilt in reverse. So you have to start letting go of these old paradigms of feeling fear from your community or feeling like you need to be in control. Maybe, you know, there was too many cooks in the kitchen last time. Everybody wanted to be alpha, but that's how men work. Women work in a very different way. There is no alpha. There has to be a level of this even playing field. Women can't feel like there's a leader, or they start tearing each other down for whatever reason that is. So I don't have the participation card in here, but that participation card shows the one hand is receiving, one hand's giving equally, and all four are doing the same. So it's finding that harmony within that and knowing that you can't be in control this time. You have to allow yourself to be in communion, not in control, in communion, not in control, communion, communion, communion. Okay. And I have this web of all life card. And this web of all life is this spider. The main animal to this is spider. It's a web. And we're all creating this web together. So taking responsibility for where you're showing up and how you create this web of your life and where you showed up for those old things and just learn from them. You don't have to be victimized from those past betrayals, but where you showed up for that betrayal. Maybe your energy was a little too forceful. And then be the light of the heart again. So show up from the light of your heart. And when that happens, you'll find other people that are showing up with that same vibration. And I think things can be healed. And that's so Aquarius. That's such an Aquarius energy is like the community and showing up in that way and knowing that all that we're learning is connected to a collective. And so as you're learning how to be in community, we're teaching how to coexist with each other, like the true meaning of that bumper sticker. And that's what we need to survive on this planet as human beings, is we need to learn how to coexist.
Do you want to do the moon in Pisces really quick before you go, or you want?
Okay, I'll do it real quick. Let's do it real quick because I gotta apparently right.
You want to start, or you want to dive in with moon Pisces?
I'll dive in right now so I can close. Shut it down. Okay, moon in Pisces.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, so what I'm getting with the moon in Pisces, interesting. I think this might be one person. I think there might be something that's going on. So you might be projecting the past onto somebody in your life right now. So just be aware of that with this Pisces energy. Something might be triggered up to the surface. Pisces energy deals a lot of what's going on like below the surface or subconscious or unconscious behaviors. So just be aware of something that is being triggered where you felt like you compromised. There it is. It's a mirror where you compromise yourself. There's a new possibility that you're not seeing yet that you can do to get yourself out of this old pattern that you're doing. Where's my fairy card? And know that you don't have to go back into the past. I have this clinging to the past card in reverse. And this one's Lady of the New Buds. So tend to the new buds. Don't get stuck in the past of the old dead roses from old relationships. You're not in the old relationship. These are new buds. Don't project your old relationship to a new one. He's a different person or she's a different person. And nurture yourself. Tenderness. You know, you don't have to rush or you have time, but tend to this garden. There's that theme again. Tend to your garden of your own tender heart and know that you're not going to go back to where you were. You already learned those lessons. These are new. This is a new rose bush. These are new blossoms.
Beautiful. Okay. I love it. Have a good Father's Day dinner.
Great. Well, I'm not the father, but I will, I will enjoy dinner too.
You'll enjoy it.
All right, guys. Bye. I will see you guys later. And I'm also doing a weekly, I changed from daily guidances because I've gotten a little busy, to weekly guidances. So check that out. I'll probably record that tonight and have that up. So you can, it's going to be kind of like this, but I'm going to pull cards Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then for the weekend. Awesome. On one video.
Perfect. I'll look forward to that. And you can find that on Gaia Blooming. And now,
I love you.
Bye. And now I'm going to pull my Pisces cards, or show you my Pisces cards for the moon in Pisces. So moon in Pisces. It's interesting because she was saying, this may bring up some old past stuff, but tend to the new buds. I actually got the card Clean It Up in reverse. And this is card is saying, stop focusing on other people's stuff. So that may be what Nicole was saying. It may be in reference to, you looking at other people's things. Pisces can be so empathetic. That Pisces energy, we start taking on other people's stuff. And this is saying, if you feel other people's stuff coming on, or you're finding yourself in judgment of other people's stuff, clean it up. Let go of that. That stuff comes in to show us maybe where we need to work on some energy with ourselves. I have the morality card. It may be showing you some of your own judgment, some of your own beliefs. It may be showing you where maybe you've compromised yourself a little bit, but take it back to you. This is not, it's not your thing to clean up everybody else's stuff. My mentor used to say that. She's like, you will process everybody's stuff because you know that you know how to process the stuff. And this energy is saying, hey, you don't need to process the other thing. Clean up. It's like the Bible thing. You're so worried about the stick or the splinter in somebody else's eye and you have a whole log in your eye. That's the energy of this Pisces. So even though you may get empathetic, you may be feeling into other people's stuff, trust that if you are feeling into those other people's things, it's trying to show you something about yourself. So don't worry about them. Take it back to you and see how you can process. And it's perfect timing. We've got Chiron about to go retrograde. Chiron will be going retrograde next week. It's really good to really take that healing process within. The other card that I have that's really interesting is I actually put the Mawu card, Mother Earth, and it says you're all called upon to help with environmentalism. So this is what I'm thinking with this card. If you are having so much of that other stuff come up, you're like, I don't know, where it connects in with me. There's a saying from Doreen Virtue, if you get nervous, focus on service. And so this may be a call to get outside, get your hands in nature. Sometimes you need to get in nature to find that realignment within yourself. So if the stuff is coming up with the Pisces, which is going to, be interacting with all of these mutable planets that we've had in cross, and if this stuff's coming up for you, take yourself outside and help Mother Earth and let her tend to you as you tend to her. So that is it for this week. I want to mention I'm putting up a sale. I haven't put it up yet, but I'm putting up a sale. I had a lot of people who booked readings who are really interested in doing monthly work. So my sale is basically if you buy 5 readings at the $30 price, so that's $150, you will get 6 readings. So you'll have a reading once a month for the next 6 months. It's a great way to get into the, Astro of the month, to really track your patterns and what's going on with you. You can set a time that works for you or divide it in half and do 2 mini readings to really be able to dive in. And I find it so helpful for me to know what's going on in my Astro. So if that's something that you're wanting, I will be putting that sale up. So like I said, it's 5 or 6 readings, so for 6 months for the price of 5, which is $150. So that is it for today. Check out NicoleOman.com, GaiaBlooming.com. Check out Gaia Blooming on Facebook, where we always post our daily stuff. And thank you for joining us every week. We love you so much, and we appreciate the comments and the feedback we get. You guys are all family to us, and we appreciate your resonance and support in so many ways. Namaste.